So, how was your week? Anything good happen? Anything happen at all? I mean, talk about a
Slow News Week with Greg Gutfeld.
slow news week. I think it's the first one since November 2016. It's weird. It's like we put the apocalypse on pause. But what does the media do then? They talk about themselves. Here's the New York Times writer, Thomas Friedman. That was the wrong tape. Anyway, in the paper, Friedman said that the media should stop reporting on stuff like the strong economy and focus on Trump's personality. Doing so would then encourage Republicans to ditch Trump, and that helps the Democrats. He wrote, quote, "The whole country needs to see every tweet, every rally, every word, and every reaction so that they can ask themselves, is this who I want my kids to see as our president?" Hilarious. So Tom is telling the press to do what they're already doing. He's basically telling the morbidly obese to eat another pie. I'm not even done. He's telling his wasted frat buddy to do another shot. He's telling a car starter for the mob to make worse lifestyle choices. Do you remember what happened the last time the media covered every tweet, rally, and reaction of Donald Trump? They elected the guy. It's like, there you go. It's like Friedman just got diarrhea from Chipotle, and he says, well, that sucked. I'll have seconds. Because, you know, there was a pile of candidates and the media only saw Trump, so it's their fault. They figured Trump was a joke to play on the public, but that joke kicked their ass. So the media continues looking for that holy grail that destroys him. But where would they be once they find it? Because, see, to CNN, Trump is a potato. A food you can make 1,000 different dishes out of. CNN will do 7 courses in a row. Mashed Trump, twice baked Trump, scalloped Trump, Trump au gratin. I get fat just thinking about it. Yet the more you damn the guy, the better he gets. And the haters still suffer. Like the guy who destroyed Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Libs love that. Now some conservative artists made a bunch of fake Trump stars and stuck them all over. I'm proud. That's hilarious. But what's more hilarious? A conservative artist. It makes no sense. It's like sexy Birkenstocks. Or a fresh-smelling cab. Or an appealing Bill de Blasio. Yeah. Yeah, he's like Lurch minus the charm. You know, he did an interview with The Guardian. The Guardian is a newspaper, meaning like de Blasio, it's also made from wood. He said, trees, wood. He said if you could remove News Corp from the last 25 years of American history, we would be a more unified country. So de Blasio thinks America would be better off without us. Translation, please stop making fun of me. Sorry, it's not happening. Bill, hey, applause. Free applause joke. Bill, you're 10 feet a moron packed in a 7-foot body. If bad ideas were tiny liquor bottles, you'd be the world's greatest minibar. Bill's so stiff, John Kerry tells him to loosen up. Bill's so stiff, every time he looks in the mirror, he sees an open casket. Thank you. Meanwhile, in a CNN op-ed, a professor said that if you thank soldiers, you should also do the same for Jim Acosta, Chris Cuomo, and the rest of the cast of CNN Island. He wrote, "We thank soldiers for their service because they devote themselves to protecting our freedoms. And we should, but we should also thank the media for the same reason." Now, I would agree if you're talking about war correspondents. Those folks actually do risk their lives. But I don't think that's what this guy meant. I think he meant the people covering those evil Trump rallies. And maybe he's right. What the media needs is a recruitment video.
Looking for an exciting line of work where you can meet loads of average people and mix with important power players like Brian Stelter, Joe Scarborough, and Greg Gutfeld? A job that offers great perks, free travel and hotel minibars, fresh with tiny liquor bottles and single-serving cans of Pringles you won't remember eating because it was late and you were drunk? For free because you'll expense it. Then join the media. It's the only profession you can do. Hungover. That's right. Lecturing America about the evils of Donald Trump. It's not like operating a forklift or performing surgery on animals or children. In cable news, all you have to do is stare intently and talk and care. Definitely care. Which means with a job like this, you can get wasted the night before. You can work on a few hours sleep. You can feel like throwing up all day. You can show up stinking of bourbon and breath mints. You can wear the same shirt 2 days in a row and sleep in the company janitorial closet. So join the media where the only heavy lifting is a microphone and your ego.
Yes! It's true, it's true. I mean, why do you think I got into this line of work? For the free makeup? I like a drink, okay? So in the mornings, I'm Satan with hemorrhoids. I'm miserable and stupid. I should never be near heavy machinery, and no life should be in my hands. So I became a TV host. And my, how it's paid off. I get recognized in public bathrooms, which has killed my sex life.
Period.
You hated that joke. Let's welcome tonight's guest. By night, he's a comedian, and by day, he's a guy telling people he's a comedian. His new album is called Three's Comedy. Writer and comedian Joe DeVito. If Muppets made puppets of people, you'd have comedian Joe Mackey. Look at him. Huh? She sleeps on bird feathers because she loves feeling down. National Review reporter Kat Timpf. And he's never won a game of limbo. Former WWE superstar, massive sidekick Tyrus. All right, Joe, welcome to the program. Still haven't shaved that weird beard, but that's okay. Does this hurt Trump? Does this affect him? Does it bother him, all this criticism?
Oh, if there's one thing he hates, it's being in the news.
Yes.
He cannot tolerate being the topic of conversation for people. It goes to show you that Friedman is still, he's calling plays from a game that they're not playing anymore.
Right.
Trump is above all of this stuff because you can't catch him on the things they used to try and catch people on.
Yeah.
And this idea that that the media, that they're somehow being, this is a threat to the First Amendment, even in their coverage of this, they're still slanted. Because Trump doesn't say, I'm against the free press. He says, I'm against the fake news in the free press.
Right.
He says, I'm against the biased coverage. He doesn't say, I'm against coverage. And there's a big difference in that. And the problem is the media can't see it because they're so close to it. And they really do think they're battlefield heroes, which they most certainly are not.
Yeah, they're trapped in a snow globe, and they can't see out of it. That's what I think. Mackie, what's in your brain right now?
Well, I'm going to echo Joe here. I think that saying that the media is like the military is that's the Pearl Harbor of bad comparisons right there. and everybody's taking these internet death threats too seriously because, I mean, if you're going to kill someone, you don't tell them in advance. But, I mean, we're just not as important as we think we are. President Obama criticized Fox News and no one's attacking Tyrus. If they do, I got his back. And if they attack me, Tyrus has my back.
Yeah, and Tyrus, I do believe that is a fair trade, that he has your back.
Yeah, he's got to keep score, count bodies, and the alibi.
Yes, exactly.
He's going to talk to the police.
Yes. What are your thoughts on the media and how it's going so far?
You know what, man? I didn't study. Hold on. Where are we now? Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's good. You guys check it out. It's getting to that part of the fight where the corner is telling him, do you guys want to go out there? Like, I'll call it, baby. I'll throw the towel. Yes. No, Mick, don't cut me, Mick. I got one more in me. Like, this is really, the media has come down to, we're going to do more coverage.
Yes.
We got to do more.
Yes.
Like, that's what it is. And he's probably, I mean, I like the camera and the lights. President Trump loves the camera and the lights. Right. I think if it was socially acceptable, he would marry a camera and lights. He would literally be with it. He enjoys this.
Yeah.
And and one of the things about him, he will say the worst wrong thing on Tuesday, and he'll outdo that by Tuesday.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He keep turning a gaffe into like a success.
He'll make you famous. I would have never known who this reporter is if it wasn't for President Trump. He is making media people famous.
That's true.
They've become part of the story, which is against supposedly what their creed is all about.
Yeah. Kat, what do you make of the commentary that you should thank the media, the public should thank the media, especially in these times under Trump?
I just could not understand the military comparison because I am in the media and I am not a military caliber person.
No, you're not.
I have never successfully done a push-up. Every time I've ever had to take a cold shower, I've behaved as though I've been personally victimized by the world. The only fighting I've ever done has been via text message.
Yeah, it's true.
The military risk their lives to protect our freedoms. I sit in a climate-controlled building, get my hair and makeup done, put a dress on, and talk about stuff.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. I do like the Walk of Fame story. I love it because it seems like there's a change among young conservatives. They're actually doing merry prankster stuff, and there are actually conservative artists. I made fun of it, but they're out there, and that's new. I think
they're normal people, and what a great way to handle that situation, because what would be assumed is they'd grab a sledgehammer and go start mashing up some liberal stars, and they didn't do that.
No.
And one more thing about your military thing: there's no retakes out on the battlefield. There's no retakes. Like, sorry guys, cut. Sorry, let's do this again. The lighting was wrong. I was off. I shot. He moved.
It's always live.
It's always live. There's no retakes.
Yeah.
You know.